All right, Mr. Fields. We got Isaiah Jackson on. We're live. We're skipping the music intro today. So welcome to Country Boys and Crypto. We got the man of the hour with us here. So go ahead, Mr. Fields.
Man, it's exciting day, guys. Excited. Country Boys and Crypto. We coming in, man, with the author of Bitcoin in Black America, Isaiah Jackson. We're excited to have him on today. And we're not going to waste much of your time, guys. Thank you for jumping on here. Guys, before you get started, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the bell button so you know when we are live, and then share it with your friends. But we're going to jump into the coin market. We're going to jump into the market cap just to give you a briefly on what's happening in the space. And then we're going to jump right into talking with the man of the hour, Mr. Isaiah Jackson. So what are we looking at here? Let's go. Shoot, look, I got to share my screen for it. Now, got to warn you now, Country Boys, we say anything. So this could go in any direction at any time.
Beautiful. That's how I like it. You know how it is.
We're not very delicate sometimes. I'm surprised YouTube has not cut us off on anything yet. Maybe we don't have enough viewers. That's what it is right for us.
Yeah.
We don't have enough viewers yet for YouTube to say, the hell with them. Just let them go.
On my daily show, they've sent us a few warnings. Yeah, we talk a little crazy, so it happens, man. Hey,
but hey, they probably say we talking to our damn selves. So let them talk. Let them talk. All right, guys. Market cap sitting at $1.5 trillion this morning, down 2.7%. Bitcoin dominant sitting at 59.4%. Like to see that come down, and it's hanging around that 59-60%, which is not a bad thing. But Isaiah, you can tell me this: when we were in previous bull runs, you like to see that Bitcoin dominate somewhere around 55-50% or less, right?
Oh yeah, usually if you want to see a quote unquote alt season where they can actually take off in price, you want to see Bitcoin's value go up, then the dominance drop, and then altcoins take over, and then continue that bull run. Of course, because people trade it, they take that profit, put it back into Bitcoin, pushes the bull run even further. That's usually the cycle, like 2017, like 2013, and I think we're seeing that now. So we're cooling off, but if that dominance drops a little more, I think that's when you'll see alt season next month.
Awesome. Bitcoin sitting at $48,287 this morning, down 2.2%. Ethereum at $1,506, 4.8% down in the last 24 hours. Cardano, $1.18, 3.2% in the last 24 hours. Binance Coin, $228, 3.9%. Polkadot, $33.64. Overall, guys, the market is just kind of going sideways, which is not a bad thing. I like to see it when I tell you what, people get panicked and stuff. When I see this, I'm thinking, man, I need to accumulate. I need to buy. Because I always feel like I don't have enough. So I don't know why everybody else get all tight up about it and why they get upset. Am I the only one feel like that?
Man, I get excited every dip. Every time I see red is when I get excited. Some of the new people, when they see it going up, they get excited. I'm like, all right, that's gonna happen anyway. When it goes down, I'm like, cool, I can buy more. That's what I'm talking about. That's the right mindset.
That's what I be thinking too, man. Because I loaded up also a few last night. I called Chainlink last night. I called Elrond. I caught some things that I was looking at already. And so, man, that's what me and Dwight be thinking. We send each other texts. Hey, man, fire sale, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
it's like back in the day, the Kmart Blue Light Special.
Exactly. Yeah, I bought some 30 minutes before this show. So
hey, let me tell you, my wife calls all her friends when she hears about a sale. My wife does. And I said, you got to be the best advertiser for Target in the world. Target don't need no more advertising because you call everybody when Target having a sale. I call everybody when there's a Bitcoin deal. I'm calling them.
All
right, let's see what's the best performer in the last 24 hours. ZK Swap, Swissborg, IOTA, Ola Terra. Got some stuff that's performing pretty well. What's the worst performing asset the last? Engine Coin taking a reversal. Engine Coin had a little hype there, man. As they're doing some good things in the space in the gaming world. And they had a little bit of hype there. Some great articles came out, but you can see it's kind of retracing from that. A little bit.
Had to come back down to reality.
Yeah, yeah. I think Engine Coin's gonna be really good. That's one of my favorites too. I think they're gonna be really good down the road. That gaming NFT, what they're trying to do, it could be big down the road. It's still, but like a lot of these projects, it's still a lot to prove that they're actually doing some things, you know. And that's what I try to tell you, people coming into the space. And I know you're the same. Just watching your tweets, we try to get people centered on a few of the, the Bitcoin primarily, the Ethereum, maybe look at it, some others. But a lot of these projects, a lot of these coins still proving themselves are projects that are not fully out there yet, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Most of these projects, there's what 10,000 cryptos now. Most are a website full of promises, and that's it. Like it's just it's nothing they've shown yet. So it looks good, sounds good, but you got to make sure they're at least keeping up with development, that they at least have a roadmap, that they have a community somewhere. Those are signs that it will be good in the future. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I like that. Keep it up with development. All right. Let's jump into so that's your coin market cap, guys. We're gonna jump right into Bitcoin and Black America, and the author here, Isaiah Jackson. So Isaiah, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
Absolutely. So originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. Grew up here most of my life. Lived in LA the last 3 years. Been bi-coastal, and got into Bitcoin in 2013 when I was a high school teacher, nonetheless, and learned about Bitcoin. Very scary time in 2013. It was, for drug dealers. It was a Ponzi scheme. It was fake, all of this stuff. So that was, sort of the message around it. But I jumped in full force because from a money standpoint, I knew it worked. I have a tech background, so I sort of had a leg up. And from that point, moved forward into consulting, educating, webinars, things of that nature, on to writing a book, Bitcoin and Black America, as well as the second edition, which is out now. All so I can make it more efficient for Black people to learn about Bitcoin.
Now, I tell you what, and I'm in education myself too. Education will make you look for other opportunities.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I talk about it in the book. Hey, I was second lowest paying state in America.
Yeah, and so just coming from your book, you were living with some other roommates at that time, and all of you guys were kind of in the same boat. And yet, the conversation was still, "Hey, how do we get ahead?" Right?
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like you got from the book. And that was and now you live in LA. Man, that's one of the highest living places in the what do you call it?
Per capita.
Most expensive places to live in the country.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, it's a lot of opportunity in LA, so I enjoy it, but also back and forth to Charlotte because I just started a family. So yeah,
I'll tell you where I first heard about Bitcoin and Black America. As a lot of people last year, we were watching with the George Floyd stuff, and I saw a guy on TV with a sign that said "Bitcoin and get Bitcoin in Black America." I'm like, I've never even heard of that book, and that's what I did. I saw that on national TV.
Oh man,
I'm probably sure you got that from a lot of people.
Well, during that time period, I was flooded with pictures of people with that sign, which is crazy because some people thought I paid these people. I was like, I've never met these people in my life. I had a friend who was at a rally in Raleigh, and he saw the sign. He took a picture. He sent it to me on Instagram, and he was like, "Isn't that?" He was like, "That's your book, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't know who that is." And he was like, "I don't either. I just tweeted it out, and then it just picked up people in the UK, people in LA, out in Raleigh. I mean, Atlanta. It was crazy." So yes, when that went on national TV during the George Floyd times, I think people had the mindset, yeah, we need to change something, but it has to be different this time. We always march, we always talk about social stuff, but it has to be financial. And I think that's where that sign sort of picked up. Because people were like, that is something that could help us financially, that could pull us away from the system that we're protesting against. So that was a crazy time last summer, and people holding those signs, shout out to them. I didn't pay any of them any money. I don't know these people. These are people who I got the book and saw a problem and realized that this may be a part of the solution.
Yeah, because I know it sparked something in me. And I think I remember talking to Dwight at the time. I said, "Man, did you see that? Did you see that sign about the book, Bitcoin and Black America?" Because it was something that we had already been talking about. And I'm sure there was other Black people in the space that were unaware of your book, were still having that same conversation. And yet when you saw the book, it kind of just hit something and said, wow, there is somebody out there that's kind of doing it. And I wasn't as active on Twitter at the time to kind of connect with the Lamar Wilsons and the kind of people that's out there doing it right now. So it was exciting for me, I know, to see that book. And I don't know, Dwight, you remember that conversation?
Yeah, we was talking about, like I said, we've been hitting home on that, and I remember that conversation, and that was perfect time, and obviously to discover that book, because we've also it's been a great resource for us to be able to tell people that we know that they don't understand it, like, hey, you need to check this book out, you need to read this book, and give you some insight on Bitcoin, or give you some questions and the doubters, anybody that may be doubting it, because we struggle with this a lot of time. I mean, we can't tell you how many times you hear this, whether it be from your family members or whether it be from people that you meet. Man, I heard it's a scam, or it's this and that. So, man, well, that book has been a blessing to also say, hey, this is a great educational piece. Read it and go from there.
Oh, and I think it helps with validation in our community, because there is no Bitcoin major. There's no Bitcoin school, dedicated. So it's not like I can say, yeah, I majored in Bitcoin and I'm a Bitcoin professional. You just sort of have to look at somebody's body of work and say, oh, they know what they're talking about. Which I think with the book, when you put that out, a lot of people, that gives you the validation. They're like, okay, so if you wrote 2 books about this subject, it must be, mean a little bit about what you're talking about. And it's having a podcast like you all have, being able to speak on it consistently, it just validates it. Because you're right, in the Black community, I got a lot of pushback over the years, a whole lot. But
and I came into the space in 2015, and I couldn't imagine when you coming into 2013, they literally thought you was crazy. Like, literally thought,
a lot of people.
He got them potions. Here we go again.
My own family members, man.
I ain't gonna let YouTube. I ain't gonna say what YouTube. YouTube probably cut me off what I really want to say. Here go this Negro.
Yep. Exactly.
But that's the thing, and even we're still getting it today. But I'm kind of rejoiced and I'm kind of excited, because when you do get to the Twitter space, you're seeing the legislative people, Black people that's on board with crypto. You're seeing the guys like Lamar Wilson. You're seeing the guys out there that are really pushing the agenda and doing some great things. And you got something coming up here soon in the next couple of months that's going to be surrounded around inner city kids. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Oh, yeah. So I am teaching the virtual Bitcoin summer camp, the first one ever in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we will be teaching about Bitcoin, blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, showing them Bitcoin ATMs, teaching them how to actually watch and see a blockchain, have their own wallet. All of these things for free. We're trying to get up to 100 students, 50 in person, and then at least 50 online. Because again, with people not being able to travel, I still want the information to go out to kids. But on top of that, I'll be teaching their parents for free. So if you sign your kid up, and you actually have them in the Bitcoin summer camp, I'll be teaching adults for free, because I believe in generational wealth, and there's no reason the kids should know about Bitcoin. And then the parents are like, I don't know what this silly technology is they're talking about. So that is the virtual Bitcoin summer camp. It'll be starting in July. We actually have a campaign for donations. We partner with BitGive. We'll be taking donations until June 15th. So looking to raise 10,000 to teach it for free, bring in speakers from around the country. We could have you guys come through, talk to them, because again, inner city kids that have never heard of Bitcoin, I think this is a great opportunity.
And I tell you what, and it's powerful in a way, because my 13-year-old, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and Dwight has kids too, but all of our kids have crypto accounts.
Yeah.
my daughter 13, she has a Bitcoin account, and she showed it to her, classmates. My 7-year-old, they probably think she's crazy at school, because that's all she talks about is Bitcoin. But they hear it from me every single day over the years. And I think what you're doing there is the most powerful seed that will be planted. Wow, you can't even put it on a map, the seeds that you guys are going to be able to plant for the next 15, 20 years of these kids' life, that you basically onboard them to a system that can empower them to take life in their own hands, become their own bankers, but also move themselves in a powerful situation where they don't feel a slave to a system or a dollar.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can't even really mentally grasp what you're doing here. And I don't want to use for hyperbole. I mean, Moses freed the people and Martin Luther King freed us from a civil standpoint. But is it fair to say Bitcoin may free us from a financial standpoint?
Absolutely. I believe so. And I think the reason Bitcoin can do it is because it's not centralized. Everybody you just named was a central entity. And when they passed away, some of the things they were doing went away with it.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is decentralized. There's no one person to take away. There's no company to go after. There's no mailing address. So because of that, it works even better because we can all work together and we don't have to be in the same place. We're literally working in group economics without ever meeting each other. Think about how powerful that is. It used to be you have to live in the same area. You got to know the business owners, know the doctor, know the blah. That's how group economics succeeded. But now with Bitcoin, we can free ourselves financially and practice group economics without ever meeting people. I've never met most of the people in Bitcoin.
Yeah, but that's true. I mean,
we're all upholding the same financial system.
And I like about it, what we tell everybody all the time is one thing I love about it is you can go to the bank with who you are and they might not give you the same interest rate as they're going to give another person. Yep. But in this space, we all win. When the market's up 13.3%, guess what? It don't matter if I got $5, 500, 5,000, 5 million. We're all getting the same equal percentages. It's not being dictated on who you know or how much you got or who's the friend of who. So that's one thing that I tell everybody. We all win in this space right here, and we have an opportunity to. And I know Willie, you've mentored a lot of kids. I remember last year, what was it? Obviously Willie's a high school football coach. One of the kids on one of our posts, something. And what he say, Coach Phils, why you always talking about this Bitcoin stuff, Coach? But that's gonna stick to their mind because he's already remember he's hearing Bitcoin. He's like, Coach, every day you're talking about Bitcoin. What is this Bitcoin stuff?
And that's how it starts.
And for me, I've gotten the opportunity to teach several of my players about Bitcoin, the ones that are invited to learn, and you see some of them really excited about it, talking about it. But for where you're at, Isaiah, you're putting that thing on a way bigger platform than me in my just local area. So that's what excites me about it because I know the impact that I've had just on those small group of kids. Now you're saying, hey, we're going to do the greatest part of Charlotte. Hey, if you can come in via Zoom anywhere in the world, you can be a part of this. And not only if your kid wants to be a part of this, the parent can come be a part of this as well. The seed, I mean, you got seeds in your hand and you're just throwing them in the wind, man. You're throwing them in the wind. Yeah, and it's gonna be a spread, man. That's awesome. I love that. And I think that's gonna be powerful. Now tell me this. Bitcoin, and let's say Bitcoin in Black America, where do you think we're at right now as a community? And I'm not making you the spokesperson for Black community. I'm not saying that by no means, but you're out there more. You're in different places. You're walking into different businesses. You're on CNBC, those types of places. What do you feel the sentiment is around Bitcoin and the Black people or the Black community right now?
Oh yeah, so it's funny. I think we've moved from the doubt portion where it's just all out, I don't want anything to do with it, to okay, I get it's here to stay, but I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. So I think right now we're at the crucial part of education, which is why I'm doing the Bitcoin Summer Camp, which is why I have multiple shows, do webinars daily, because education is paramount. I have yet to meet a person who has studied Bitcoin, studied crypto, and not came out on the other side liking it. Haven't met that person. I have met people who don't like it, and then when you ask them how much have you studied it, they're like, "Nah, I read an article. I saw that." You see that all the time. I have yet to meet a person that has studied it, looked at it, and then came on the other side like, "You know what, guys? I just don't think it's going to work." That never happened. So I think right now education is paramount. That's the point we're at now. And then going into the future, I think we have to focus on building businesses around this technology, because it's not enough to just own it and then say, "Hey, I have a great investment vehicle, or I can possibly use it." If you build a business that accepts it, or a blockchain business that uses that technology, or maybe invest in small businesses that are coming up, that's when we start getting the community going at the same time. So that's where I see us now. That's where I see us going.
And you're exactly right, because what people don't realize right now, there's 0% loans going out right now to the rich people that I guarantee you 0% of the Black community is getting right now. 0% loans. They're basically getting free money. And while we're sitting here arguing over, and I say this all the time on Country Boys and Crypto, and I'm about the people. We're gonna sit here and argue about an elephant and a donkey, and they're giving out free money, and yet there is a class that's been systematically excluded from that free money to prop their businesses up, to put themselves in position, to be able to put their kids in certain positions. And you're seeing this right now, and a lot of people don't even know They're giving out free money right now.
Yeah, it's right in our face. I can't see how people don't see it. I'm like, they're printing money at will. They're about to print another $2 trillion. They're giving it to corporations to do stock buybacks so they can keep the price of the stock up so that investors stay in it so that their company looks valuable. It's so, I mean, if you just watch the news for a week straight, you can see like, we didn't get any of this money. I don't know where this $1 trillion went, but it's out here somewhere.
Yeah.
So
$600.
you got robbed without a gun. They just
I hear
the money.
And I hear I hear black business owners every day say, I didn't get anything. I didn't get the PPP loans. I didn't get any of the small business loans. I hear it all the time. Dwight here, he owns a business. And they didn't get anything. So, but now you're giving out 0% loans. And basically that's free money to pay back over a 30-year period. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And yet there is still an area of the system that is just giving it to their friends. And we're still here. We're still sitting here. And I always say everybody has their lane in the struggle to freedom of people, period. And we're sitting here arguing over a donkey and a donkey and a mule. And this is what's happening up under, right in our face. And I think that Bitcoin and what you're doing is the answer. And I'm so excited about what you're doing, man. And I'm a pusher of you, man. I love what you're doing. I love seeing what you're doing. I may try to sneak down to Miami when you guys down there in Miami. As you know, I'm in Florida. I'm skipping a hop away just to be in the room, man, just to be around that kind of, the conversation, the excitement about something that I've been excited about. So what do you think? So we at this pivotal step where you think now we need the information for people. Now, besides what you doing, what do you think is going to be able to arm more Black people as we go forward?
So one thing is price. Price goes up, it brings people in. That's just natural, human psychology. So as that happens, another way that we can get people in is to make sure that we have outlets like yours, like mine, like others that are giving good information on a consistent basis. Because what Black people respect is consistency. Even if you sound good, if they only see you once every now and then, they're not going to take it. So I would say consistently, weekly, daily, putting out information. That's what we do on my end. And then other people who are looking into the space, trying to do that daily, week. Like you said, you mentioned Bitcoin to your boys all the time. You got to plant that seed. Even if they don't accept it, that's what it takes. And to onboard, we have to use the best technology available. Cash App, for example, that's one of the blackest apps in the world. And people don't realize Cash App, you can buy Bitcoin there. The easiest way. And that's usually how I present it to people, because a lot of people don't even know it's there. They have Cash App, been using it for years. They didn't even know they could buy Bitcoin. You can buy $1 worth of Bitcoin right now. So you start with you meet people where they are. So if they already have Cash App, start there. Hey, you can buy $1 worth. You also give them ways to earn Bitcoin without necessarily buying it. Again, meet them where they are. There's a service called Lolli, which you may be familiar with, LOLLI. They got 1,000 stores. You purchase anything, you get Bitcoin rewards back. So for instance, I buy way too much Postmates, but every time I do, I get 3.5% back in Bitcoin rewards. So the $300 in Bitcoin rewards I got over the last year is now over 2,000 something.
Wow.
So that's what, and I didn't do anything. All I did was buy what I already buy, and I got Bitcoin rewards and let it sit. So that's where you got to meet. You got to meet people where they are. Make it as least deterrent as possible. Because people are like, I ain't trying to change my whole routine and my whole life. It's like, no, just do what you already do. Just throw this plug in on your browser, get your Bitcoin rewards back, use Cash App, buy $1 or $2 worth of Bitcoin, and then go from there.
And then there's another thing. You're speaking on that. You got Cash App rewards, or what is it called? Cash App. You get earned, what is it? And apparently, as much as depending on how much you frequently use your Cash App card, the thing changed. I know it's like earn 5% Bitcoin when you grocery shop, this or that. And I think I've seen high as 15%. So that's another thing that they've already got that app. And they're using the Cash App card. They just have to boost. They just need to turn the boost on.
Boost on. Yep.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to see now too, Russell Okung from the Carolina Panthers, from your home state, and then you get some other guys now. You hear Baron started to talk about Baron Davis started to talk about Bitcoin, NFTs. You're starting to get really. Jay-Z just partnered up with Jack on this 500 Bitcoin. So you're starting to see mainstream black people in sports positions or higher positions start to really on board as well. And I know we laugh at Soulja Boy, but he still has 5 million people that see what he's talking about. So whether we like it or respect it or not, and yeah, he may come off the wall and say some crazy stuff, is that still not a platform that still builds the community? Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you're Telsa, I don't care if you're Apple, I don't care if you're the New England Patriots or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're only as strong as your community.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I agree with you there. And all of the people you named, it's funny, I've been having conversations with all of them lately because of that, because they're starting to see that their voice has such an impact. Like Baron Davis, just talked to him. We may put together a Bitcoin basketball tournament and I'll pay the winners in Bitcoin, talking about that. And then with Russell Okung, meeting him a few years ago, talking about him with Bitcoin, then him going on to say, pay me in Bitcoin. These are all great things that, you know, I think professional players, when they put that message out, it seems cool to the young people, which that's sort of what you need for some people to bring in. Hopefully that changes over the years, because, you know, from as a financial standpoint, I don't get my financial information from athletes, but we need them to broadcast it. You know what I mean? Like we need them to actually get that message out, and then once they come in, they have the right people to learn from. So definitely, and there's more, but they won't say it out loud. Bigger people, I know for a fact. I won't say any names, but there's bigger names that can't talk about Bitcoin.
Hey, you can say names. You can say names. We're a smaller show. We're the only ones listening. Somebody may tweet. Somebody may tweet it later. I don't know who that may be.
I don't want this dug up later. It's like, hey, you signed an NDA, didn't you? Hey, I can't speak on it. But there's some big names in the space that have Bitcoin. They're just not saying it out loud. So anybody that's thinking that this is just a passing fad or it's not, no, this is not going away. Billionaires are working with them now to try and get this technology and to get Bitcoin and crypto moving forward. So great to see.
Hey, you got a basketball tournament now. I need to get my team in there now. Y'all playing for Bitcoin. That's gonna grow over time. I need to be in that tournament.
I think he said he had
old dogs.
Hey man, he said he had a damn basketball tournament. He didn't say he had something for fucking senior citizens.
Oh man.
We're gonna have all the games. We're gonna have the senior citizen game, the young people game, celebrity game.
Yeah, I put my Ben-Gay on and come out of retirement. I got 6 fouls.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, man, it's been exciting, man. We know you're cut for time. We don't want to keep you long. We want to keep this under 30 minutes. We're excited about the space, man. We're excited about what you're doing. We're big fans, and we want to keep helping you push and build the network and build out the community, man. If you need anything for us, man, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll try to onboard for that event you're having and get some other kids around that event, because the more we can get, the more everybody else can grab them. Even if you can push 2 people towards it, you're now planting a tree. So we see what you're doing, and we want to help with that in any way we can, man. We thank you for coming on, Country Boys and Crypto, and sharing your message, man. We're excited.
Absolutely. Oh, man, I appreciate you for having me. Appreciate you, man.
We appreciate it. And like I said, let us know. We'll stay in contact and get the information so we can get it out to people and get the links for the donations and stuff like that. And like I said, figure out where you're going to be, and we'll see if we can connect and come out and join you for a day.
Absolutely. We'll do, man. I'd love to.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All righty. We're going to go with a few of our advertisement stuff with Southeast Staking. We was great to have Isaiah here today. If you're wanting to stake your Cardano, visit us at www.southeaststaking.io and contact us on how to stake and how to build your Cardano network. We are excited about Cardano and the things that's going on with Cardano. It's going to be a fun year for Cardano, and make sure that you have your Cardano in the place that it works for you. Southeast Staking. How about Prime One Chat too, guys? You want to get paid to chat? You want to get paid to text? You want to get crypto to text? If you could get Bitcoin, basically.
Yeah, text. Man. So here's what you got to do on that. Drop us a link. Drop us a link in the chat, because you'll have to get a Prime Circle link. That is where your funds will go to, your crypto will go to, and then from there we'll guide you. But check us out. Let us know. Just simply drop in a link. You can get paid to do what you do every day on an fully encrypted peer-to-peer network. So it ain't none of this like Messenger or any of that stuff where, hey, we can get your information and share it. It don't work like that. So feel free in the comments, let us know. We can get you a Prime Circle link, And that's what all you got to do to get going. So you can start getting paid to text and chat.
Awesome. Well, we thank you guys for joining us today. We thank you for your time. Man, that was fun getting a chance to hear from the author of Bitcoin in Black America, Isaiah Jackson. Again, guys, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, bell button so you know when we're live, and then share it with your friends.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. And we'll be back Monday morning, 9 a.m. Country Boys and Crypto, we out. Have a great weekend.
Peace.
Buy the dip. Buy the dip.
Buy the dip.
That's it, man. I'll talk to you guys later.